The officials felt powerless without Gandhi's cooperation. Gandhi helped the authorities regulate the crowd. He was polite and friendly. He was giving them concrete proof that their might, that the power of Britishers, hitherto dreaded. So far, Indian people were scared of it and they did not question their authority. Now, it could be challenged by the Indians. The government was baffled. The government was confused. The prosecutor requested the judge to postpone the trial. Apparently, the authorities wished to consult their superiors, their higher authorities. But Gandhi protested against the delay. He read a statement pleading guilty. He was involved, he told the court, in a conflict of duties. On the one hand, not to set a bad example as a lawbreaker, and on the other hand, to render, to provide the humanitarian and national service for which he had come. He disregarded the order. Gandhi told the court that he had disobeyed the order to leave Champaran, not for want of respect for lawful authority, but in obedience to the higher law of our being, the voice of our conscience. He asked the penalty due. So Gandhi told the court that he was guilty. He told that he was caught in a conflict of duties. He neither wanted to be a lawbreaker, but he also wanted to provide humanitarian service to the people. The magistrate announced that Gandhi could arrange a bail and he would pronounce the sentence after a 2-hour recess. But Gandhi refused to arrange the bail. Finally, the judge released Gandhi even without a bail. When the court reconvened, the judge said that he would not deliver the judgment for several days, and meanwhile he allowed Gandhi to remain at liberty in Champaran only. Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Mulana Mazrul Haq, and several other prominent lawyers had arrived from Bihar. They conferred with Gandhi. They had a consultation with Gandhi. What would they do if Gandhi was sentenced to prison? Gandhi asked them. Why? The senior lawyer replied that they had come to advise and help Gandhi. If Gandhi went to jail, there would be nobody to advise, so they would go home. But what about the injustice to the sharecroppers? Gandhi demanded. The lawyers withdrew. The lawyers left the room. They came out of the room to make a consultation. Rajendra Prasad has recorded the upshot of their consultations. The lawyers thought amongst themselves that Gandhi was totally a stranger, and yet he was prepared to go to prison for the sake of the peasants. And if these people, on the other hand, being not only the residents of the adjoining districts, but also those who claimed to have served these peasants, if they would go home, it would be a shameful desertion. So these lawyers discussed amongst themselves that Gandhi, being completely new to the place, was ready to do so much for the sake of peasants. And if these people who belonged to that area would go back, it would be very much shameful. They accordingly went back to Gandhi and told him that they were ready to follow him into jail. The battle of Champaran is won, Gandhi exclaimed. So, when the lawyers became ready to follow Gandhi in jail, at that point of time, Gandhi said, now the battle of Champaran is won. Then he took a piece of paper and divided the group into pairs and put down the order in which each pair was to court arrest. Several days later, Gandhi received a written communication from the magistrate informing him that the lieutenant governor of the province had ordered the case to be dropped. So after a couple of days, the case against Gandhi was dropped. Civil disobedience had triumphed. It had been successful for the first time in modern India. What was civil disobedience? Disobedience was the act of disobeying the order to leave Champaran. Civil disobedience had triumphed for the first time in modern India. Gandhi and the lawyers now proceeded to conduct a far-flung, a detailed inquiry into the grievances, into the complaints of the farmers. Depositions, applications by about 10,000 peasants were written down and notes were made on other people's evidence. Documents were collected. The whole area throbbed. It crowded with the activities of the investigators and the vehement and the sharp protests of the landlords. In June, Gandhi was summoned to Sir Edward Gate. Who is Sir Edward Gate? The Lieutenant Governor. But before Gandhi went to meet Sir Edward Gate, he called the leading associates again and again laid detailed plans for civil disobedience if he should not return. Gandhi was wise enough. Before he went to meet Sir Edward Gate, he once again called the leading associates and laid detailed plans for civil disobedience in case he does not return. Gandhi had four detailed, long interviews with the Lieutenant Governor, who as a result appointed an official commission of inquiry into the Indigo sharecroppers situation. The commission consisted of landlords, government officials, and Gandhi as the sole representative of the peasants. So finally we know the case against Gandhi, the case of disobedience, it was dropped and Gandhi was called by Sir Edward Gate. Before Gandhi went to meet Sir Edward Gate, once again he called the leading associates and chalked out detailed plans in case he does not